Today we're at my sister's hydroponics. Here we go, let's see. It was failing, I think, because all the tubes were very horizontal. So you can't tell from here, but all of these are at the same level. So we're going to change it so that there's a larger incline, and we'll reinstall the tubes. We're establishing a slope with that blue line. This is the hydroponic system reservoir tank and the circulation pump. And I'm going to show you the improvements that we made here. The first improvement was to make it so this lid could close, so all the junk from this trees wouldn't continue to land inside this tank. So that was the first thing. Let me open the tank. All right. Second improvement was this is the filling cap to prime the pump. It wasn't priming right because the valve at the bottom of this, the check valve, was dirty and was leaking the water out. So now that I've cleaned it, if you fill this, it remains full after you fill it, and then you can just put the cap on it and the pump starts right up. Second improvement was that this was not connected to anything and was kind of in the way of the lid. Now I've brought it over here, and it's a bypass so that the water that comes up goes over through the pump and then arrives here. Water has a choice to continue over to the hydroponic farm or to make a turn here at the T, and some of it is being bypassed here. That is helping us control pressure. You notice the valve is only half open, so about half the liquid is coming back this way, and that has helped us fix this problem, which was that this joint kept popping. This is a heated PVC that was expanded to fit this pipe, which is really not PVC. It's a drain line, a drain type line. So now I've cleaned it, glued it, put a radiator clamp on it, and tightened it. And now that we're doing this bypass and there's no excess pressure, and now we can keep this open through the filter. Now this joint has not failed and it's no longer leaking, so that's a pretty good thing. Another thing that was improved here was the drain. This big line is the drain that returns from the system. This white line is the refill, and now I've cut it so that now again you can close this tank lid. I'm going to give it a quick close. That should keep all the leaves and junk out of it. Oh, another cool thing that we've done is that in here, well, first of all, at the bottom of this recirculation line, or the bypass line, there's a elbow that's pointing this way, so when it recirculates, the whole tank starts to spin and mix. And inside of here we have a porous bag full of rabbit poop, a little bit of lime, and a little bit of fertilizer. That's like a tea bag of organic yumminess for the plants. And instead of purchasing food from a chemical store, we're kind of making our own fertilizer, and we're putting in a tea bag so that it doesn't clog the pump. We also took a wad of wire and dropped it into the tank, and that'll help provide iron. So there. Close that up. Another thing that we're going to improve is setting this pump on a timer. Right now, the way that we start the pump is plugging in this almost safe, not weatherproof receptacle out here in the rain. So hopefully we're going to soon have a timer to run it. I plugged it in so we can see what goes on inside. This is the bottle of the stuff that we were using. There's still a little bit of it in the tank. It's a 400-liter tank, by the way, back there. And we were putting 1 bottle of this every time that we refilled the tank, which gets consumed in a couple of weeks. Going in, as you can see, we have 8 rows. We have a lot of room for growth, and what we're doing is that we're gonna be planting more and more every 15 days so that we stagger the crop, and we'll have fresh lettuce and whatnot ready to go at all times. So right now this is the first batch of lettuces. These were all planted today. We have many different varieties that I don't know exactly their name, but these are the different lettuces, and I think we put some spinach too in here. And as you can see, this is the header. This is the supply header, and we have it throttled back a little bit. As you can see, that valve is half closed, and this is the header that supplies through these little black lines. We'll squirt of water into the top of the tube, and then each of the little plants is held in a little piece of sponge, and these are the little rootlets that are dangling in the water, and then the water is flowing down the tubes because this is at an incline. I don't know if you can appreciate it, but yeah, that's an incline. And then on this end is the receiving header. All the water, which is, you can kind of appreciate here, it's flowing, right? Yeah. It's being received in these tubes, and then this goes back down over to the tank and drains into the tank, and it's basically a big recirculation system. This is a hose that we have here that we can, if we wanted to, use for like watering stuff. Like I watered all these freshly planted plants. We watered their little sponge. Let me bend this over and put it away. It's all built of very modest materials. These are eucalyptus that were cut right here on the farm. These are all, eucalyptus. These beds were some molds that were used for concrete molds for a construction nearby that were being thrown out, and we've used them for the beds. And these are all the little plants. They've been here like all of 12 hours. They just got planted this morning. So we'll take a look at what it looks now. You can see the different kinds of lettuce. This is the darker lettuce, and I think these are cilantros right here, and this is kale is growing here. And as you can see, we have lots and lots of room. That bed up there, that vertical one, it's not built correctly, so we're going to adjust it to give it like a tilt, and that'll be the next thing. Here in the greenhouse we also have a few nice things. Like this is a mandarin plant that really wouldn't do very well in this kind of climate, but this greenhouse is like 10 or 12 degrees warmer than up here in Suachoque, so hopefully it'll do well. It's showing that it's got all kinds of little fruits and stuff that are ready to start growing there. So that's it. That's the new and improved hydroponic. Hopefully I'll be able to show soon some wonderful improvement in the plants, showing some serious growth. I'm going to be gone for at least a week to celebrate my mom's birthday, so maybe when I come back we can catch up. We're also going to make some improvements to this greenhouse. Like we're going to clean this plastic, which has got a little bit of funk on it, with some bleach. This is just a shade material, and it's porous, or it's like woven. So I'm going to replace that with plastic so that we get a little bit more light and a little bit warmer in here. And this big triangle over the door, we're gonna repair and cover with plastic so that this whole room will just be, you know, warmer, because it is kind of chilly up here in the mountains. We are way, way, way high. We're like 300 to 600 meters higher than Bogota is, because this is Suachoque, and this farm is above Suachoque. It's several minutes up the mountain, so it's kind of chilly out here. I'm out here. I'm wearing a ruana, as you can see here, because it's kind of cold.